Hello sir. Today we'll be trying to exploit Metasploitable using port 111, which as you can see is an open port, and the service is called rpcbind. So to do this, first we will be needing to check RPC info to see the services that are running right now. Once we've done that, our priority is basically NFS because that is what we'll be using to mount to Metasploitable later. So once that has been done, we can show mount to basically mount ourselves to the root file system. And we just run this command, and there you go. After we have done that, we will now try to generate an RSA key. So to do that, first we need to go into root access. There you go, and create a directory. Okay, once we have created a directory, we'll go to that directory. And once we're in the directory, this is where we'll create our RSA key. So to do that, we'll do ssh-keygen-d rsa-b 4096. There you go. Give it a name. We will name it something basic like test. And we will not put a passphrase. And there you go. Once we've done that, we go back into root, and we'll now try to mount into Metasploitable. This is where we will use the NFS open port. There you go. This is our target IP, and this is the where we want to mount it to. Once we have done that, we can check if it worked by running this. And as you can see here, we have mounted successfully. Doing this allows us to modify Metasploitable to basically authorize key files. So now we're going to be doing that. First, we'll go to the directory. There you go. And this is where we will copy our RSA key, which we have named test. And now we need to put where we are copying it to. There you go. Once we've done that, we will append the public key into the um, into the authorized keys, which is this one. We will try to append it into the authorized keys. So to do that, we do cat test pub. That's our file name, and append it to authorized keys. There you go. To check if it has been appended successfully, we run this cat again, and there you go. As you can see, I've done it many times, but this is the one we did latest. Okay, now when we've done that, we're basically done. We just now need to connect to SSH. So connect through SSH. So to do that, we'll go back into the correct directory. And now we type out this command. 103. And then we also gotta type out our host key assign algorithms and our pub key accepted algorithms, which are -o host key algorithms. And then our pub key accepted algorithms. Okay, once we've done that, I actually need to change the path over here. This is test, since that's what we named it, and we just run this. And as you can see, we have gained access to root at Metasploitable. So if we just go back to here and do ls, as you can see, these are the files. And if you compare that to Metasploitable's ls, and there you go. As you can see, it's the exact same. So we have successfully exploited it. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now we're gonna exploit the 22nd port, which is SSH. As you can see on the Metasploit, I've done the ifconfig to check for the IP address. And so the first step we're gonna do is to do an nmap scan. After getting it, but this is not necessarily what we want to get, so we're gonna do this code. Okay, as you can see, the 22nd port SSH is open. So we're gonna get into our Metasploit. Okay. Once you're in, we're gonna search for login using the search auxiliary. We're gonna use this one, the fourth one. Can I use the use? Next, we're gonna show options. What we needed here, basically what we're doing is brute force, and we need the user file and the pass file. But we can do that using the user pass file, which containing user and password separated by space, one pair per line. So I've had a file which is here. So the first one is the username, and the next one is the password. And next up, we're gonna set our host to our IP address, and we're gonna set the stop on success to true. Then we're gonna set the user pass file to the directed directory. And to make sure, just write the show options, and here you can see the user pass file and the stop on success and our host. And to run it, you can either put run or exploit. Okay, as you can see, the session 1 is open and you want to interact with the first session. And to interact with this machine, we have to run sessions -i1. And to check if we are connected, just run the who am I and MSF admin. Okay, as you can see here, we got the files from the Metasploit. And to check it again, and it shows the same file, MySQL -SSL Samba TikiWiki and TweeWiki.
Hi, welcome to part 3 of the tutorial on how to hack Metasploitable 2. In this video, we're going to look at port 2121, a different version of FTP, which appears to have a service running on it called proftpd. First, you need to do an nmap scan, as I've done earlier. And if you go down and check the port 2121, you will see that it has a proftpd of version 1.3.1. Next, we can launch a new terminal to open up the MSF console. From there, we could type search pro FTP and get all the results. Now, in this video, what we're gonna do is explore and get a hold of credentials, i.e. the username and password, to see if we can brute force our way into the FTP server. And to do that, we're gonna be using the logging auxiliary as such. Type in this command right here. And then we could type in show options to check all the options passed. Boot sports speed of 5. Our host, we can change it to the IP of our Metasploit along with our port. And we can change it to, instead of 21, we can change it into 2121. So set our hosts into the IP address of our Metasploit. Set the R port to 2121. Okay, and we also need to configure 2 files for our brute force attack. In order to speed up the process, I created 2 files here on the left in the desktop area. One is called username.txt, which contains all the potential variations of username set by the user along with the passwords. Now, we also need to configure those 2 into the terminal. So to do that, we type in set user file desktop slash usernames dot txt, and also set pass file desktop slash passwords.txt. Now lastly, we need to set the user pass option to true. With everything set, now we just need to unleash the exploit by typing run. Okay, out of all the attempts, there seems to have been 2 successful attempts into logging in. So firstly is the MSF admin, both for the username and password, and secondly user for both username and password. So now, after we got some matches, let's try to log in to the FTP server with one of the username and passwords that we just found. So in order to do that, let's just open another tab, type in FTP along with the IP of the Metasploit, as well as the port number 2121. The name, we can do user, and the password also user. And we're in. We can check by using ls or ls-h. We can also do the other account, which is MSF admin and MSF admin. And as such, we are connected and we can traverse the directories using the long list commands. Thus, we managed to get into the machine. This brings the tutorial to an end. I hope you enjoyed the video.